Thanks, buddy. What up? Hoping I am. Oh, you're so cute. Hoping I am numb enough and all cried out to get through this one. Boy, no, I am not. A couple of days ago, I found out a old Navy buddy of mine had passed. Met him in a Sonar Tech C school out in San Diego. We've been buddies since. He was in my fantasy football league. It's keeper league. I've been busting his balls about committing to this season. Oh, that could have been troublesome. So, I've been hitting him up. When my friends don't answer me, I tend to send them fucked up messages. And they get progressively worse. Not worse, but more weird. What do you want? Do you want this? I don't think you can have this, big boy. So I was messing with him. I said, hey man, if you don't want to commit this year, just tell me, I'll make fun of you, and then we'll get past it and we can start talking again. Should I drink the whole thing? I'm not supposed to. Yep. Oh. Why oughta. Ooh. So I finally said, you okay? Was hitting him up on Messenger also, and then he's never on Facebook, so I never check it, and then I checked and then saw that he had passed away in January. So missed a funeral. Missed everything. So, Petty Officer Sam's. Jermaine Samuel was a kid from Oxnard. I was from a very small town in Wisconsin. And because of lining up and everything, we were always right next to each other, or I was right behind him, he was right behind me. And in the Navy, and I'm sure all armed forces, they have a thing called nut to butt, which means tighten it up, tighten your line up, smashes everybody together. So you're like right here behind somebody. And I started saying country music to him. I would just I would sit there for a while and then I would go, they were farm kids way down in Dixie. They met in high school in the 60s. Everyone knew they were loved from the start. You know, blah blah blah. In John Deere Green, on a hot summer night, he wrote Billy Bob Love Charlene. And then obviously once it was roles reversed, and for the most part I was behind him. But then once the roles were reversed, he'd try to sing me, he'd try to rap and get under my skin, but he didn't know that for a couple of years in high school, I had a rap streak where I listened to some rap and stuff. Rebelled against my country roots. Oh no. So me and Sam's became friends. When I went through C school out in San Diego, there was a trick that I had heard of before I went in. You can go nuke if you qualify for nuke. You can fail out of nuke, get your automatic third class petty officer, and then be a sonar tech, which is not a better job, but I didn't want to go nuke because I didn't want to have any chance of going nuke because of subs. I didn't want to be underwater. I didn't think I was claustrophobic at the time, but it turns out I am. I had a freak out in an MRI. So, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. I'm losing my mind. So Sam's comes in with all these failouts from nuke, but he was the only one that didn't pull a power trip. And I had a problem with leadership, so I pushed every single one of them. He was the only one that handled it the correct way. Everybody else pulled rank. He pulled me aside and was like, hey man, fuck it, blah, blah, blah. And so we became friends. He was the best ball player on the base. I was one of two white guys that were on the basketball court. The other dude was my buddy, Tomasachi. He played at Penn State. I wasn't. I was okay. I was like more defense and rebounding kind of thing. But, they picked me up. Guys would run with me if I was there. Sam's would, on the rare instances where a couple of classes would get out and they didn't have anybody running right away and we'd pick teams, he was always a captain and he would always take me. And he didn't take me with the last pick, which I knew in his mind he was strategic enough to know that he could pick me up with the last pick because I was the token white boy. Tommy, they kind of included him just because he was so fucking nasty. He was a little tiny, skinny bastard, but man, he would just shoot just out of your fucking reach all game long. I swear to God it was on purpose. But he was so fucking frustrated. But Sam's would take me out there. He'd stick up for me on the court. We hung around a lot. I took him to a football game, a San Diego Chargers football game, and people that went to the game that year, the Super Bowl was going to be out there in San Diego, and so people that went to the game got thrown into a raffle. Whoever won got the opportunity to buy a pair of Super Bowl tickets, and Super Bowl tickets at that time, face value, I think was like $360. But this was still back when, going to the Super Bowl was a thing. This was a bucket list thing. And my team ends up going, Green Bay, and for the raffle, Sam's ends up winning it. And so he has the right to buy a pair of tickets. And it spread. Sam's was kind of a celebrity around base. He was just a great dude. He was like 6'5", 6'4" maybe, 6'5". Was he that big? But he was lanky, and he was so smooth on the court. He reminded me of like Scottie Pippen, how it seemed like he wasn't really trying. He was tall and lanky. He was like a big swing man, and back in the day that was uncommon. So he just killed it on the court. But then he was just really nice. He had a smile like that, just a goofy, kind of like that Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman, just a infectious, genuine smile. And so he wins the right to win 2 Super Bowl tickets. So everybody starts kissing his ass, and news spreads like wildfire. So he's got people, we are like marching, and he's got people across the street like, yo Sam's, what's up, man? Super Bowl, baby, fuck yeah, me and you, Sam's. Like, we're marching. We are in the galley, and like, man, 20 or 30 people had come up to us and like, hey, so you taking, I think his brother was a lawyer or something like that, and he was offering to buy, I don't know, a grand for the pair, or maybe a grand each or something like that. So finally, he comes up to me and he goes, hey, do you have enough money for the ticket? Which is awesome, to think of me to take me. I was like, oh shit, man, that's awesome. I didn't think you were going to take me. I figured you were going to take somebody else. And he was like, dude, you took me. What kind of ass would I be if I didn't, take you in return? And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So we progress, I think, like another week, and I don't get paid. I don't have enough money for the ticket. My buddy Tommy has promised me money, and he kind of ditched out on me at the last minute. So I go up to Sam's. It's the day of that we have to pay for the ticket, and I rap on his door, and I'm like, hey man, I don't have enough money. A bunch of shit went down, and I don't. And he's like, well, how much money do you have? And I said $200. And he gave me $180 to buy my ticket. And then I find out that he doesn't have enough money to buy his. So he returns his ticket to the second guy that won the raffle. So he borrows me money to go to the Super Bowl, and then can't even go to the Super Bowl. he's like, well, it's your team's going, man. How can I, it seemed both times he did something that probably 95% of my friends wouldn't do. And his response made it seem like it was a no-brainer. And that's Sam's. And so when we went our separate ways, we were gonna, stay in contact. But then I got kicked off of my ship, and then kicked out of the Navy right away because of a bad knee. And so I kept trying to reach out and find Sam's, and couldn't. So finally, I tracked him down on Facebook back in 2010, and so we've been able to chat. I went out and visited him out in San Diego. He is married. He is married. Has two beautiful girls. They're both amazing at basketball. They look like they're twins, but they're not. One is older than the other, 7th or 8th, freshman-y, sophomore-ish in high school. And Sam's lights up when he talks about them. He coaches, one of them, or coached them. So I was lucky enough to visit him out in San Diego. We hung out for a bit. He tried to keep pace with me. Which isn't a good idea. It's never a good idea. So at one point, we're hanging out at this Irish bar. Me and my best buddy. So it was really cool that two of my oldest friends that weren't, school related, school attached, I got to hang out. So, and Jermaine overindulged, and I heard some noises behind me. We were sitting on some bar stools, and I look, and he's running for the bathroom, left kind of a upchuck trail. We had to pay the bartender a bit more money. But when I heard about him passing, it was 2 days ago, and I went out and I got super drunk, and I was hanging out at this towny bar right by my house, and they kind of got these bar stools kind of the same way as this Irish pub that we were at in San Diego, and I hear the conversation behind me I'm listening to, but not really, and the guy's having a hard time. I hear them do shots, and I hear some noises behind me, and I look, and dude is running out the front door, and he's left a trail, just like my buddy Sam's. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, he had come out here for one of his daughters. What are they? What are their names? Emiliana, Gabriella. I can't remember which one, but yeah, I'd come out here, and so we got to hang out then also. So I'm really happy that we got to hang out and reconnect. But damn it, this one hurts. My tattoo's getting bigger. Yeah, so Petty Officer Jermaine Samuel. He there was one day where we were in class and one of our instructors was like late, and so we were doing a thing where everybody was telling like where we were from, our hometown, what our what our full name was, what our middle name was, because you just go by last names and everything. This was kind of we were getting to know each other, and I was like, nah, I'm not fucking saying my middle name, and everybody was like, oh, we'll find out, shut it now, you won't. And they got to Sam's, and he was like, no, I ain't saying my middle name, fuck that. So, when we were in muster then, I said, my middle name, which isn't that, I mean, it isn't that bad, it's just an older name that you don't hear anymore, kind of nerdy. And I said my name behind him, and he like turned and said his name, and I ended up chuckling. I pulled up his obit. It's Samuel, something like that. I think. I got a kick out of it when I was younger because it rhymes. When he said it back, I was like, that's not that bad, and then I was like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, I bring up Sam's frequently when I talk about race, because not as an example of a small town country boy in Wisconsin befriending a kid from Oxnard, but more of the generosity that you experience when you go through life will surprise you. And I always tell everybody that when you look back on your life and think about the people that really hurt you, truly hurt you, break your heart, hurt you, leave a scar inside of you, type hurt, they're going to look just like you. They're going to be the people that you trust and look and are comfortable around. And sometimes the most generous acts are going to come from the least likely sources. And I was lucky enough to experience that at a young age, and I was never racist. In fact, quite the opposite. But he showed me generosity, which has always just blown me away. So, I am happy that he's lived, a happy, good life. But, damn it. This one's gonna hurt. Alright. R.I.P. Petty Officer Sams. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Chico will too. You never met Jermaine.